How important is your relationship with Washington, and how has it either changed or improved since President Obama took office?
Well, it's a relationship with strong historic ties. The United States was the first country to recognize our independence back in the 19th century. But today it is experiencing a new chapter that I think didn't start yesterday. It was built through the presidency of President Lula to begin with. And now, with the visit of President Dilma to Washington, prior to that, President Obama to Brasilia, what we're trying to do is create a partnership for the 21st century. What do we mean by that? We'd like to place increasing emphasis on science, technology, innovation. The United States is a formidable partner for Brazil in all these areas. It has extraordinary creativity, some of the best universities in the world. We're trying to send more Brazilian students to study abroad through a program called Science Without Borders. And the United States is an obvious destination for these students. The reason why President Dilma was at MIT and Harvard when she came to the US, and we signed some agreements with these world-renowned establishments. This, in addition to the fact that the United States is one of our major trading partners, investment by Brazilian companies in the US is increasing. We have a number of mechanisms for coordination on a number of areas, and we're constantly updating these mechanisms now. We've created a group on innovation that will bring together government, private sector, academic world. We have a new group on investment. We have private sector groups like the CEO Forum that support some of the new initiatives like the Science Without Borders. So very dynamic, very robust relationship. I was very pleased to host Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in Brazil recently. She came for yet another initiative that Brazil and the US are leading, which is the Open Government Partnership on best practices, transparency, accountability by governments. In that context, we also met bilaterally to discuss political issues. I think political dialogue is also a very important part of our agenda.
Regarding the Open Government Partnership, talk just a little bit more about that. What are its objectives?
Well, it's a group of countries that come together voluntarily to assume goals and targets and plans that they present themselves. This in no way should create a listing or a ranking of countries according to their openness or transparency. It should be seen as a venue for exchanging best practices, for countries to create incentives for improvement in governance. And in this spirit, an increasing number of countries are joining.
Does it extend beyond the Western Hemisphere?
Oh, absolutely. It's a worldwide initiative. Brazil and the US launched it last year through President Obama and President Dilma Rousseff on the margins of the United Nations General Assembly. And since then, the interest it has generated is quite impressive. And we're very proud to be part of this exercise. And it has stimulated quite a bit of discussion. And some countries that yet don't feel comfortable participating, but they still come to the meetings and share in the discussions and try to learn from the practices of other countries.